friendship that'll never ever end.
Run!
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Reaction being the yo 739. In that neighborhood, my brothers and sisters, as we proceed to give you what you need, we are going back to Lazy Masquerade. Back to the Lazy Man Bean team. Hope y'all doing excellent out there today. And I'm glad that you came on back to the channel once again to help with the bean. And the title of the video is Disturbing Things I Found on the Internet Volume 13. Now, I feel like the Lazy Man can get to volume 113 doing this, y'all, because it's like, as long as the internet exists, it's gonna be some crazy what the is going on type of issue up on it. And we're about to check out some more right now. But before we check that out, y'all know what y'all got to do. Get whatever you may need. Get what you need, please. We are back to the Lazy Man Masquerade. Y'all got what y'all need, y'all ready to go? Then let's go.
On the 21st of February, 2022, Venezuelan-born taxi driver and father of three, Leonardo Coripe, was driving his motorcycle taxi through the streets of Lima, Peru, searching for customers and ferrying them across the city. At approximately 6 p.m, he parked his vehicle on Calle Las Peras in Los Olivos to chat with a group of other taxi drivers. Some witnesses reported that a heated argument erupted between Leonardo and one of the other men. After some back and forth, Leonardo walked over to the pavement, looking extremely distressed, and sat down. The man he had been arguing with then approached Leonardo with his phone and began filming him. In the now infamous footage, a defeated Leonardo solemnly looks up at the man and says, "Tu dile el patrón," meaning, "You tell the boss." The cameraman then pulls out a 9mm Glock, replies, "El patrón," as if to say, "Oh really?" and fires 5 shots at Leonardo's head.
Oh!
The first 3 shots struck him in his left temple, causing his eye to dislodge completely. The 4th and 5th rounds hit his nose and cheek, turning his face completely red. As he collapses onto the sidewalk, the camera lingers on his face. A gurgling sound and a bystander shouting can be heard near the end of the video. Many of the—
Man, what kind of ish is Leonardo in, Bean Team? Like, seriously, he is more than just a cab driver. And I'm just wondering, what did he mean by "you tell the boss" before the man killed him? It's almost like he knew that the man was about to kill him. I don't know what's going on with this one, but it's deeper than what it seems like on the surface. Let's go.
The onlookers approach Leonardo's body to take photos and videos of their own thereafter. As would come to light, the killer was a known extortionist and sicario named Frank Lopez, otherwise known by his hitman alias, Mata por gusto, kill for pleasure. Leonardo owed him 60 soles in toll fees, around $16.50 US, and Frank decided to make an example out of him. Later that same day, Frank sent the video to other taxi drivers in the area as a warning. Pay your debts, or this could happen to you. The horrifying video soon began circulating on shock sites under the titles El Patrón and One Man, 5 Bullets. It saw widespread circulation in Spanish-speaking countries and became a popular clip among school kids who shared it around as a sort of morbid rickroll. Frank himself was arrested 1 month later and was eventually sentenced to 17 years and 4 months in prison. That light sentence may boil your blood a little, but even more infuriating is the fact that he shouldn't have been a free man at the time of the incident. Frank had previously been arrested in 2019 for slaying 2 other people, and on top of that, was linked to the murder of 8 others, but he had been released on a technicality due to a mistake made by the judge. If that
Technicality my ass. Like, seriously, what the you talking about a technicality? This man has been proven to be the killer of 2 people, plus he got ties in with 8 other freaking murders, and the judge gonna make a mistake, and since the judge made a mistake, now he free. I'm already mad about the little time that he got for this ish, and I'm also mad about just the whole pettiness of this murder, y'all. The lazy man said, long story short story long, that this man right here, Leonardo, got murdered by Frank because he owed Frank freaking $16 and some change, US currency, $16 freaking dollars. Let me calm back down. Let's go.
Happened, then Leonardo would still be alive today, and one of the worst snuff videos in existence, filmed from the killer's own POV, would never have been created. 9 months after the incident, in November 2022, roughly 187 people were sent an email, simply titled, "Hello." The main body read, "My name is Leonardo Alexander Caripe Brito. This is what I look like on video." Attached was a file named California.mp4, which couldn't be previewed and had to be downloaded to view. When opened, a deep-faked video would play, one showing Leonardo's bloodied and distorted face, singing Katy Perry's California Girls. Anyone who replied to the email automatically received a response containing a screenshot from the video. Most recipients didn't see the funny side, and one was able to trace the Gmail account back to a man named Jacob. His IP address, email, and phone numbers were subsequently doxed. However, it was later revealed that Jacob hadn't created the deepfake and had instead been hired to send the emails on someone else's behalf. Another variation of the email, also titled "Hello," included the message, "My name is Leonardo. I exist," and featured a file named Leonardo.mp4. That video was a clip taken from the original El Patron footage and zoomed in on Leonardo's dead body.
Like, that's just some sick ish that people with, you know what I'm saying, man? This is a real person who have died in a horrific way in this situation, and it's people out here who will use that situation to further whatever agenda they got. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact that you sending this through email to different people and trying to scare them or do whatever, like, type of crazy ish. I guess what I'm saying is, Bean Team, it's crazy how people out here really just don't respect the dead. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm one of those people that always be like, God bless the dead. I respect people who are no longer here anymore. You know what I'm saying? But there's some people out here that use that to get whatever they trying to get across. And it's freaking disgusting. But I digress.
There was originally meant to be another entry that went there, but YouTube's deemed it too extreme. So if you'd like to watch the uncut version of this video, members can do so over on my Patreon. Buried in the darkest corners of YouTube is a channel that most people have never heard of. Allow me to introduce you to Ale Torres. The channel has no description, no bio, no real identity, other than this eerie profile picture of an anonymous figure. Very fitting for the type of content that the owner uploads. Browsing through, you'll find 753 unsettling videos, many of them filmed from the same vantage point. A single apartment window overlooking a neighbouring building. At first glance, the footage looks boring, quiet, ordinary. But keep watching, and it starts to feel wrong. Every single video on this channel is voyeuristic in nature. The camera is typically fixated on the windows of the apartments across the street, or on the people on the pavement below. And it's not just one neighbour that the cameraman focuses on. He rotates between multiple residences, almost like he knows their schedules. That being said, he does seem to dedicate a worryingly large number of videos to filming a few of his neighbors in particular. He captures people in unguarded moments, doing their laundry, changing clothes, watching TV, dancing, fighting, crying, moments no one would ever knowingly let a stranger see. Other times, he makes his recordings at beaches, parks, bus stops, or while out and about. Some videos last just a few seconds, others go on for more than 20 minutes. There are no edits, no cuts, no added music or narration, just the eerie hum of city noise, distant conversations, and the unblinking gaze of Ale Torres' camera, capturing the intimate moments of oblivious strangers, stealing their privacy for his own amusement.
No, I gotta say, man, this is weird behavior, Bean Team. I'm sorry, man. And being for real, I don't even really know if this is illegal what he doing. And I'm specifically talking about him recording to these people windows in their homes. You know what I'm saying? Because technically in the United States, Bean Team, if you out on like the sidewalk, you know what I'm saying, you on public property, you can film into somebody's home. But even though their home is private property, you not standing on that property. It's called a plain view doctrine. I know a lot, well, I'll say some of y'all, I hope a lot of y'all know, man, it's the First Amendment, freedom of press. I know a lot of y'all out there probably have seen First Amendment auditor videos. So, but like I'm really trying to say is, man, I don't even know if what he doing illegal, but this issue is weird because, bro, why are you recording to all these just different people's homes and the things you watching them do, like be in the bed with their family and the kids and changing clothes, and it's just like, why are you doing this? I don't know. Let's go.
I thought for a long time about what clips to include in this segment, because although I want to bring attention to Ale Torres and show just how inappropriate his actions are, a lot of his videos contain content that's really up close and personal. Therefore, I'm not going to include any clear shots of people's faces within the privacy of their own homes, but am showing just enough that these people might recognize themselves. That way, if they stumble upon this video, they can at least know that their fellow resident is watching and filming them. What's truly disturbing isn't just the content though, it's the reaction. The channel has barely any views, and though a few of his videos have taken off, most barely scrape 100. But the few people who do keep up with his content occasionally leave cryptic or approving comments, like a small, hidden community of watchers feeding off someone else's life. I've even come across other users asking Ale Torres if he's going live again at any point, indicating that he streams and possibly sells similar voyeuristic content on other platforms. Doing a deeper dive into his content, I found this video, the first posted to his channel, which seems to hint that some of his videos were made in Miami, Florida, though car license plates and other videos indicate that he spends a lot of his time in Chile. Perhaps this channel was just set up to chronicle the owner's time living in the US, though whether his intentions were pure or not, this kind of behavior is obviously unacceptable. Personally though, I'm convinced that Ale Torres has creepier intentions. Whatever the case, 1 month ago, the channel suddenly went silent. No new videos, no updates, nothing. It was around that same time that this post surfaced on the r/mystery subreddit, left by user okdig5478. Found a weird YouTube channel that films people from a distance. Some of the videos are through people's windows, at beaches, bus stops, walking down the street, etc. There are literally hundreds of videos, some having hundreds of thousands of views. Couldn't find the channel mentioned elsewhere. Indeed, as far as I can tell, okdig was the first person to draw attention to the Ale Torres channel. Even though their Reddit post only received 1 reply and 7 upvotes, it's possible that this small amount of recognition caught Ale Torres off guard and made him worry about prying eyes. Ironic, given how he shows no such concern for the privacy of those he films. If that is the case, he'll really hate being mentioned in this video. Then again, the guy behind the channel has shown his face in several videos that are still public, so if he is trying to protect his identity, he's not doing a great job. I swear while researching this video, I found uploads of him appearing alongside friends in his living room too, though those seem to have since vanished. perhaps at his friend's request. So where is Allotaurus now? Did he truly see the Reddit post and panic? Or did someone else catch him in the act and put a stop to his little hobby? After all, he has been known to make mistakes in a few of his uploads, with those he's spying on noticing his lens following them. At present, the channel is still up, with all of the videos still public, like a digital diary of stolen moments. And for all we know, it could start up again tomorrow. But whether or not he continues uploading his twisted little souvenirs, one thing is certain. Guys like Allotaurus don't just stop watching.
I don't know, man. My biggest takeaway is, like I said at the beginning, y'all, that's just weird behavior for him to be doing that. And I don't know if he got scared or got threatened or something. Hopefully the lazy man putting his channel out there scare him if he ever see it. But it's like I said, y'all, at the same time, man, I don't know over there in Chile if it's illegal. But in the United States, it's not illegal to record people while you in public. You know what I'm saying, man? And I know a lot of people be thinking like, oh, you need my permission. I got to give you consent. No, if I'm on public property, I can record anything that my eyes can see, including into your freaking home. But the thing is that I would say to everybody is just make sure your damn blinds closed while you doing privacy things within your home. You know what I'm saying? It's also weird to me how a lot of those people had they freaking blinds open. Even when the dude, Alla, whatever his name is, was doing the wide shots and you can see multiple apartment complex rooms or whatever the name is, you can see multiple homes within this complex building. Like a lot of them got their blinds wide the freak open. Like, hey man, you kind of it's like imagine if somebody was standing on the street, they could see up into it, so why can't his camera do it? You get what I'm saying, Bean Team? Not to say I agree with it, but I just think about that is logically, but it's still creepy, man. It's weird. It's more weird than creepy. I digress, y'all. Good video so far. Let's keep going.
One of the best parts about being a YouTuber is being able to set your own schedule. That flexibility lets me focus on the things that actually matter, like research.
I think lazy man at his commercial. Yep. He had the commercial, Bean Team. Let's get past it real quick. Take it back. Let's go.
Divorce in a conservative society like Japan comes with more than just legal hurdles. It carries a heavy social stigma, especially for women. On top of that, many are expected to leave their jobs after marriage and become full-time housewives, leaving them financially reliant on their husbands. As such, an unhappy marriage in the land of the rising sun can sometimes feel like a form of indentured servitude. That could explain the popularity of Dana Shine, in English, Husband, Die, a website heavily inspired by the anime Death Note, which needs no introduction, and the more obscure but equally compelling Hellgirl, a 2005 horror series in which people can have their tormentors dragged to hell through the services of a cursed website. As its name implies, Danashine is a forum where anonymous housewives gather to wish death upon their husbands, those who don't view till death us do part as a vow, but as an exit clause. Each post is a plea made by the writer to the god of death, asking for their partner's swift demise. Many users believe that by sharing their wish, they're actually manifesting it, willing it into existence. The site even features a monthly death count on the homepage, which tallies how many husbands have been successfully sent to the big sayonara.
This is crazy work from this website, from these supposedly wives. I don't even know if I want to call them my freaking wife, man. They freaking wishing death upon their husband. They some freaking third, fourth, fifth degree murderers. You get what I'm saying, B-Team. They ain't first degree, but boy, they sure wishing death upon them. Like, this is crazy, man. Y'all sit up here even got a counter for how many husbands done died. Like, what? And I feel like I've heard of this from Nick Crowley or somebody, y'all, this whole husbanddie.com. Feel like we done heard of it from the lazy man. I don't know. Let's keep going. Maybe it's deja vu. I doubt it, though.
Reading through this twisted communal diary, you'll find thousands of personal stories from women who detail their grievances with their husbands. Their reasons range from serious offences, like abuse and infidelity, to petty annoyances, like snoring or leaving trash on the floor. To give you a taste, here are a few recent posts which I translated. The reason you're late home from work is because you're having an affair. All you can tell are lies. You're a bastard, covered in debt. I get excited every time I hear the sound of an ambulance, but annoyingly, you make it home every night. Shinigami, please take him quickly. Die. Die, you bastard. Delete yourself. Oh wait, you can't get insurance? Then die instantly in a single vehicle accident. Die without causing anyone any trouble. Haven't you been alive too long? How many more years are you going to make me wait? You rat. Perish within a week at the latest. 38 years old, and a salary of 200,000 yen? Even our kids in elementary school understand that their dad's no good. They'd be happier if you were dead. Our son says, I'd never kill anyone, but I wish someone would kill my dad. Surely it's not worth living that much. Lol. Come on, get crushed by some heavy machinery at work today. Your disappearance will make your family happy. Your survival will only bring you trouble.
And you know what, Bean Team? Just to have my sanity, for me to keep my sanity, I gotta believe that some of these people are not real, like, wives out here saying all this ish. Like, I gotta believe that some of these people who posting on this site is just some troll accounts, some fake accounts. It's a 50-some-year-old man doing this, or 19-year-old boy doing this. You know what I'm saying? Just making these posts just for the shits and giggles of it, just for the hell of it. All these. Now, I'm not saying, I also agree now that some of this issue is real, but just for me to just not think that the world that freaking crazy, I gotta believe that some of these people are fake and just doing this just to have fun, so to speak.
I hope my husband, who has Asperger's syndrome, dies right now. You have ruined my life. Give me back my time. The only thing you can do to make amends, as you have neither the financial means nor a heart, is to expire and let me receive my survivor's pension. I married a poor, ugly guy who was inferior to me, but he got all cocky when I dressed him up in designer clothes, gave him stylish glasses, put him on a diet. And now that he's actually good enough to look at, he's gone out and gathered up some girls to hang out with. Die. After hearing all of those, you'd be forgiven for thinking that Danashine was just a space for these women to vent their anger, an outlet for those processing pain or betrayal. Indeed, many of the posts do deal with heavy subject matters, making it easy to sympathize with the writer. But in other cases, the users are simply motivated by the fantasy of escaping a boring or loveless marriage, with their innocent husband's sudden death and subsequent insurance payout imagined as the only way out. No matter how you look at it, death is the only option. First of all, divorce is out of the question for us. Think about how much we both earn. It's physically and financially impossible to separate. You can't come up with child support, a mortgage, living expenses. So although it may be fine for my mental stability, separation is out of the question. But if you were to die well and make a lot of money that goes to me, my life would be more stable, and I could protect our home and family. That is the only option. If you truly want to protect your family, as you say, I think there's no other way than this. I don't think you'll be of any use in your mid-50s, complaining about pains here and there. You'll only end up being a nuisance. Personally, I don't need you, and there's no reason for you to live in the future. If things go as I want them to, everything will be fine. I'll take care of both of your parents, so you can die in peace. Die well. Looking deeper into the site, you'll find a section entitled Effect Report, which is filled to the brim with updates made by previous posters, informing their fellow widow wannabes about their husband's health scares and near misses, and thanking the Grim Reaper for slowly but surely working his magic. But in amongst all of the reports of gout and high blood pressure, I found a few posts that really stand out. Thank you all for your support. I left my note at the end of the year. Thanks to you, I've become a widow. I received a lot of condolences. I'm sorry, your husband was still so young, etc. I never say it out loud, but he got what he deserved. So I've come here to express my sincere gratitude. It's been a few months since I left my death note, and I can't believe it, but my husband really died. The cause of death was heart failure, caused by sleep apnea syndrome. He was cold in the morning. I called an ambulance, and they confirmed his death at the hospital. To be honest, I'm so happy. So happy. So happy. Thank you so much, Grim Reaper. I was overwhelmed with joy when my husband, who I had just spoken ill of in this death note, was in a traffic accident the next day. I've been lurking on this site for a long time, but I refrained from posting because I thought mine was a mild case. A while ago, there was a show about Danashine on TV, and I watched it with my husband. Recently, Yahoo News featured an article about the administrator, Makita-san, and my husband said a lot of bad things about him. The next day, my husband went to work in his car and was hit by a truck and taken to a hospital. A terrible accident, they said. He broke his left leg, broke his pelvis, and ruptured some internal organs. He's in a critical condition and hasn't regained consciousness. I'm writing this from the hospital toilet. It's a strange feeling. I thought it would be painful, but I'm happy. What is this happiness? As time passes, my happiness and expectations are overflowing more and more. I hated my husband. He was just trying to act like a good person on the surface, but was filled with hatred himself. I thought by leaving my death note, my husband, or caretaker as he'd say, would somehow find out and become angry. I figured it's the same as saying something bad about the gods at a shrine. Of course, I'd be punished. But I'm so happy. Let me say more and more, I'm so happy. So happy. So much fun. Just die. Stay like this. Please. I can't show my smiling face in front of my parents-in-law, so I'll laugh a lot now, here. I'm smiling in this bathroom like I've never done before. I'm a weird person, sure. Other people will definitely think I'm weird if they see me. But I'm so happy. I can't stop smiling. Laughing even. I can't stop laughing as I write this. I can't write enough. Thank you, Grim Reaper. My husband is in a serious condition and won't last long, so I will let you all know when he dies. Just thank you so much. On any other forum, well, almost any other forum, such posts would be met with outright hostility. But on Danashine, 100% of the replies I've read have been supportive. Here's just a small taste of the responses to that last post I read. I'm jealous. My husband was also involved in a traffic accident, and I hope we receive a death notice tomorrow. What great fortune. I wish it were my husband instead of my pet who died today. Even though it's Christmas Eve, he yelled at me in front of our child and left the house, and when he came back, he forced me to obey him. When my husband's around, I want to kill my child, and then myself, just to hurt him. Oh, it's the same for me. When my husband's a jerk, I think about taking the kids and killing them. Seriously, I hope he dies soon.
Whoa. Now y'all talking about killing y'all children. Y'all done went from the husband to killing the children just to take it out on the husband. See, it's the more I just sit right here and listen to the lazy man read out these posts and comments and replies and stuff on this website, I'm starting to feel like these women, and don't put that in quotation marks because there's some fake ones out there too, like I was talking about earlier. But for the real women, I'm thinking that who are really feeling like this and thinking like this and talking like this, I'm starting to think, long story short, story long, they just got mental problems, Bean Team. Like, this seems like it's just going beyond just want somebody to die. It almost seemed like you sick in the head. Even one of them said that they was weird. I know I'm weird. No, you beyond weird. You a little sick up here right here in this cranium of yours, man. I'm just saying, this is crazy.
Last year, when I told mine I was going to the company's year-end party on the 29th, he complained a lot about how it was impossible at that time of year. But then today, on the 30th, He took the trouble to go out drinking with his friends, driving 90 minutes on his motorcycle. I prayed that he'd get crushed in an accident, but he called me to say that he had arrived safely. It's just unfortunate, really. I wonder if a truck will crash into my husband's car. I don't care if it's completely mangled or flattened, though I'd rather he did die in agony. That damn Otaku gaming idiot. Perhaps the darkest area of the website is the secret revenge tab, where users, who aren't content with just waiting for their prayers to come true, share their tips and tricks for expediting their husband's demise. I'll continue to cook your meals every day that are a little higher in sugar and salt, so I hope you pass away as soon as possible. I'll be there for you until the end. When you can no longer speak, I'll hold your hand and whisper in your ear, I hated you so much. Whether you're taken by accident or illness, please make sure you listen to my voice in your final moments.
Now that is just pure freaking evil right there. Can you imagine you on your deathbed and you got your significant other, your spouse for all these years, you know what I'm saying? The mother of your children or the father of your freaking children. And now you know that you about to die and they got them on your side and you holding their hand. And right before you pass away, you just hear them whisper in your ear, I hated you so much. That right there is just crazy, man.
My husband has dyslipidemia. Even though he's taking medicine, he likes greasy foods, and his numbers are not going down. This was my light bulb moment. Now, I frequently pour oil on top of my husband's side dishes. The other day, when I made him Tianjin rice, I poured some sesame oil on the rice, put an egg on top of it, poured oil on that, poured sauce on it, and no matter how you look at it, it was greasy and inedible. But he ate it, saying, it's delicious, it's delicious. He thinks he has a sophisticated palate, the idiot. It's a very modest attack, and will probably take a long time, but he's had hepatitis and a fatty liver, so I hope he gets diabetes, liver cancer, or some other disease that insurance will cover. You bald mama's boy. I used to put dirty dishwater in your eye drops, but starting today, I'm changing it to dirty toilet water. Toilet water with turds in before they're flushed. I'm gonna step up my revenge and send you to hell. Okay, I think that's enough examples. Damn.
Yeah, that's enough, lazy man. We just jumped off the freaking deep end now.
So after all that, you may be wondering what type of person sets up a website like Danashine. And if you assumed it was another disgruntled housewife, you'd actually be wrong. The site's administrator is actually a man called Koichiro Makita. He's not shy about sharing his name or contact info either, and as one of those posts referenced, he's even appeared numerous times on Japanese TV to discuss his creation. On the site itself, he goes into detail about his reasons for making Danashine, stating that growing up with toxic parents left him with nothing but bad memories and a damaged psyche, and that if someone's making you feel bad, there's nothing morally wrong with wishing them obliterated. But at the bottom of his explanation, Makita links to a resource for anyone looking to take matters into their own hands. I wrote about how to kill your husband. Do not misuse. The police won't find out. How to kill your husband quietly and discreetly. How to damage your husband. Kill the people who piss you off. Happiness awaits once you have done so. This article, created by Makita himself, outlines how to, quote, slowly and casually kill your husband, using various legal chemicals that won't show up on a medical exam. For obvious reasons, I won't be displaying it here. Though he since claimed that he regrets writing this article, and now urges people not to actively follow through with their plans, Makita nonetheless still hosts these instructions on his website. As far as I can tell, he hasn't faced any legal repercussions for encouraging others to slay their partners and spreading awareness on how to covertly go about it. To date, there have been over 223,000 notes made on Danashine, each one a twisted wish. The site is still extremely active and receives dozens, sometimes hundreds of new submissions each day. And though it's easy to write most of them off as a dark fantasy or harmless venting, looking at that monthly tally on the homepage, you have to wonder how many of these users have stopped wishing and started planning.
Facts. Man, y'all, that one right there is just one of those ones where I'm like, man, I do believe that there are real women on that site that are really wishing their husband would die, and some of them have died. I do believe that part, but there's two other parts to it. Number one, like I said, man, some of these people just on freaking trolls out here being seen, just trolling. They fake profiles, they men out here on the website acting like women and all that. And it's also funny that the lazy man revealed that the creator of the website himself is an actual man, you know what I'm saying? But the other part to it too is that a lot of these women, if they real, they got to, like, this is some mental health issue-ish they got going on. Some of that stuff they was posting was just freaking crazy, y'all. And then especially when they got to the kids part, that's when we like, hold on now. Hold on. We pushing it too freaking far, being team. Too freaking far. And I swear I can remember some a video like that. Husbanddied.com from... It feel like we already done watched this video before from the lazy man. Of not him, Nick Crowley or somebody being seen. The one before that, the Ali Torres YouTube channel. Like I said, man, I don't know if it's really legal or not. Well, I know it's not illegal if he not on their property. He can film into their property as long as he's not physically standing on it. But it's like, it's still weird, man. Like, why are you recording to all these people's houses? And then like, it's like, just the fact that all these people got their windows blinds open over there. Like where I live, I'm not used to that. Like I live in a circle being seen. Like literally, I stay on a court. They call it a court, not a drive, not a lane, but a court. And it's a circle, and you'll never be able to just see all me and all my neighbors with all blinds just wide open while we just going through the house and doing everything we want to do. Like, I don't know, man. It's just freaking weird, y'all, that Ali Torres was doing that, though. For God knows freaking what. The first one, y'all. What was the first one? El Patron. Over $16 being team. That's all I'm gonna say. Long story short, story long, man. He killed that man over freaking $16, y'all. And it's like, he knew that he was about to die before he died, and it was just a crazy execution. And then even after the death, just humans out here sharing the video. And I'm not really even talking about the kids, because kids gonna be kids, but I'm talking about the people who was using the video with their own agenda, sending it to emails and trying to be all scary and acting like this may potentially happen to you, and just all that stupid ish right there. Like I said, man, sometimes people just act like they don't care that the fact that this dude actually did just get shot 5 times over freaking $16. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even care about that fact. It's crazy like that, being team. It be crazy like that. And I digress. I'm gonna go and let y'all go. Another great lazy man video. I appreciate y'all coming on back as always. And before you leave, just please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and do all that if you ain't did that yet. And remember this: love, peace, and happiness. Stay safe. Don't stop. Keep going. Yeah.